Hey everybody, this is CT, and um, it is 8:26 p.m. Uh, I just wanted to talk about something I just realized that I left, and from my previous video, and that was talking about the video, the surgery video of me being a cancer survivor. Uh, what happened was that Um, but the thing is, like, the questions I was asked, because, the questions I was asked by doctors, and, yeah, I mean, when I had the cancer and everything, like, that was one of the most baffling times that I've ever had to face. Um, so, yeah, I mean, so let me, let me explain that part. Um, so what happened was that when I was diagnosed with cancer, with lung cancer, um, the doctors and everybody asked me if I was near anybody who was smoking or secondhand smoking or anything like that, and I didn't know how to answer that because, to my knowledge, I wasn't. Okay. Um, I wasn't nowhere near anybody like that who was smoking or anything. It was just me, and and I was at home. Usually, usually I would be home. I just go to hang out, and you know, it's either or, right? So I just do those kind of things, and I mean, how it happened, I don't even know. And thing is, like, I was asking the doctor, like, could something like this be hereditary or something, passed down throughout the lines and everything, because, um, uh, I mean, if it could be, I don't know, because because around that time, um, you know, my my grandfather's brother, from my mother's side, basically, like, he died out of cancer. The thing is, like, um, that time around Thanksgiving and all that. I mean, I know how he was doing and stuff, and he was doing pretty good. I heard he was sick and everything, and then, like, come later, like, he was in a bad spot. Um, like, the one time I saw him, the last couple of times I saw him and everything, yeah, he was doing pretty good, but I was hearing something that was going on pretty bad about him, and then, like, so the next thing you know, the next time that I saw him, I mean, I heard that he was in real bad shape, and um, we went to go see him and everything, and oh man, he couldn't just, like, pull through or whatever, it was like he was really, really sick, and it was so sad to see this, that kind of state, and you know, yeah, it was, I remember, like, him being in the hospital, I remember seeing him in the over there after seeing him at home, in his house and everything, and I'm like, and the next thing you know, it was like, I mean, he had cancer. I don't remember exactly what kind of cancer he had, but it was at its last stage, and I believe he was in chemotherapy. Um, but yeah, like, it was kind of weird because he couldn't really answer. He couldn't, he couldn't do anything like that. When he had his eyes closed, um, what he did was he was like lying down there, and he was laying down on the bed, and I don't know, he was like, for some reason he was like moving around his arms, his hands, is like wait, and then like as if he was reliving something, a few things in his past and all that stuff, and then you know every one of us was just looking at him and everything, um and yeah, and then as soon as that, so yeah, I think I don't know. Last thing I remember was like it looked like he was like cooking or something, and that's what it kind of looked like. Because how he was moving his arms around and everything. So, um, yeah, that was pretty sad to even see. And then, me and my mother was over there for like hours upon hours in the hospital. Um, I mean, I had brought my sketchbook and to see if I wanted to draw or something. Uh, my other cousins over there was, like two of them were like they uh they wanted to go to the movies. Like I can't remember what, but I know that it was like one of those films that was in IMAX 3D, and from that around that year, and you know, it was just crazy, man. I just couldn't, you know. So I was like, you know what? No, I'm not. I'm just gonna stay back. Um. So yeah, and then when it was time to go, when me and my mother was like driving home on the way, and then all of a sudden he died. He eventually died as soon as we, got home, and it was crazy because of that. Yeah. But yeah, that's like why I don't know. Like, I mean, I could be wrong about about cancer being hereditary, but what the doctors told me, like, it is a pretty interesting question, um, regarding that it does happen to like a few family members, and I'm not saying like cancer is contagious or something. I'm not saying that, but you know, yeah, I think even to this day, like, cancer is still being looked at. So yeah, cancer is still being looked at, and maybe, I don't know, maybe it could be. Um, but I heard like things like, what happens is that, um, it's rare for someone around my age to get it. You have to be a lot older in order to get something like that. And yeah, I mean, I was worried if I was gonna live the next day or not. I mean, I really was, but um, yeah, that was that was a like a time where, you know what, I still question that whole thing. I mean, I still look back at it and I still question it. What could it have been? How did I get it? And if it wasn't through like smoking, or anything, because for me, I never smoked a day in my life, and I mean, I don't know, my that time when I was in the hospital and my family, like my father's brother, that my uncle, my aunt, and one of my and their son, my cousin and stuff, like around that time when they came to, you know when they came, they were like, my cousin came to me and he was like, I think, they did say something about smoking, like you could smoke out the cancer or something. And I didn't know, I didn't know what to say or whatever. I was like, well, you know what? I'm already cut up, so it's too late for that right now. Oh man, but yeah, it was really hard on my cousin right there, because also hearing about it and seeing me in that state, oh, that. But yeah, I mean, I the next thing is that, I mean, I drive a lot, so I go places to hang out, like mall or whatever. If I have to hang out with somebody, I go right ahead and do that. I don't have a problem. But the next thing, but the thing is, like, I don't know. It's like it's kind of like, for me to be in that type of position, and I'm drawing, I'm driving somewhere, and but what's interesting is that I heard of something else that you can get cancer from. Now, um, a Hindu priest, a pundit, uh, posted this on Facebook. I mean, well, I'm West Indian and all that, everything. So, I mean, even he was also looking into it. Um, and he's basically a part of the extended family, everything. So he posted something very interesting on Facebook that I thought that it could have happened to me, and that, like, wait, when you start your car, right? There, you have this, when you start your car, you have this, the air coming out, well, coming inside, like like say the AC's on or something, right? It's kind of like, you're breathing in that stuff, so you're basically breathing in that stuff, and you're letting that get inside your system, even when you're inhaling and exhaling, whatever. I mean, and they're saying like a solution for that is to open up your windows and let that bad air come out first. And then after a while, you go inside your car, you drive, you go wherever you have to go. I mean, yeah, well, you can start breathing the like fresh air from the AC. Yeah. So I mean, it is possible that could have happened to me. It is possible that I was breathing in like bad air and all that stuff, because this was like after everything. And then what else? So yeah, I mean, last month I went ahead and put in like, you know, I put in some like new air filters for, for my car. Um, so yeah, I had like my car, has like two different types of air filters. Like there's one in the engine and one inside the car, so I had to get those things done. And yeah, um, I had them put in, installed, and everything. And they said that the air filter that I had was pretty bad. It, it was pretty bad, you know. And it's kind of like, I mean, those things could last you like a real long time, though. I was hearing something like maybe like 6 years it could last you. I'm not sure. I'm still trying to learn a bit more about cars, and so whatever little detail that there is, or whatever it is, I'm trying to pay attention to that. Um, but yeah, I mean, I was, you know, like I literally was doubting myself, like after this whole thing, and to basically like get my mind off, try to get my mind off of it, was to, play video games, well, and have like people to talk to, like, people here on DCUO, and but my league mates and everything. So, I mean, they're always good to talk to. Uh, and I mean, sometimes we just get into like fights here and there, but whatever. But you know what? We're all good. We're all good. Uh, so yeah, I mean, I mean, I'm at this point, I'm getting back into gear. I want to get back into gear with my life on how it was before I even had this. Because around that time, I lost inspiration. I lost, you know, I mean, I'm known for like for somebody who has like a lot of strength, and um, so I'm pretty strong and everything. But I lost. I lost that strength. I couldn't even. I used to lift up like a table or something like that. Like a pretty heavy table. That I could kind of like lift up off the ground and you know take it someplace. But like one of those plastic tables. I mean, after the surgery and stuff. I mean, it wasn't recommended, but you know, you want to help out. You want to do these things, and I mean, you gotta exercise whatever. You gotta exercise your lungs. Do those breathing exercises and everything. And the thing is, like, I mean, I was getting really bored with those breathing exercises. It was, and even when I tried, to this day, I still try because I was still like having the dry cough. Right now it's subsided. I'm not coughing as much as I used to. Am I still having the dry cough? Yes, but you know, um, still getting back into gear. Um, I'm drawing again. I'm going out a lot more often than like how I used to. You know, next thing you know, I'm gonna get back into gear with 3D modeling for games and stuff. Like, just basically to teach myself because, whatever happens. I mean, I'm gonna put that in another video, another broadcast, if anything, because it was stupid. It was a real stupid thing that, you know, happened and whatever. Um, but yeah, anyways, to talk about, so there's that, but I mean, if you want to post something and, make a comment about cancer and all that stuff, please do, please. I don't, I don't mind. I don't mind any of that. But so far, um, okay. So right now, the Deluge uh event, the episode, basically, when I think about it, is that I did okay. I've been doing a lot of the raids. Okay, I've been resetting myself, doing all the raids, and I got full renown on both the tunes that I play under. Okay, I got that. I mean, I have other tunes, but I don't have the time to play those other tunes to get because I don't really care all that much for them. It's just I like them to be around. But I mean, those of you who play GCUO would understand that it's pretty good to have extra characters, extra tunes. Um, so yeah. Anyways, um, so another thing I noticed is that healers, okay, mostly support roles, most especially healers, is high in demand for doing these raids like TTBE and SSE. It is high in demand to get that, to get like at least two healers in there. And those healers must have shields. They must have shields. Also, the troll can also do the shields, right? So, so it's kind of um, like in TTBE. I'm not gonna walk through the, I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, like the whole raid, but I'm gonna explain it real quick. Um, TTBE, okay, when you're going up against Aquaman, right? Okay, so there's the things with the tentacles, right? A small tentacle and a big tentacle. Please don't laugh at that whole tentacle thing. Okay? Don't think about something else when I'm talking about tentacles. Okay? Anyways, um so okay, so the thing is like you of course you have to understand the mechanics, right? So I mean, it is true that like, a whole group should probably most likely have shields. And the thing is, okay, so it's like there's a timer on these tentacles, okay, and the big tentacles could, literally one shot you. And in order for you to be protected, you have to, shield yourself and your party members, your group. So, so that's what you have. That's one of the things you have to do. All this, and then there you go. But yeah, I mean, you have to try to destroy those tentacles. You can only destroy one of them, okay? And pretty much it is recommended to destroy the big tentacle, right? Um. Anyways, so I mean, it has changed. The Starro event, has changed from last year's event and stuff. So it's kind of like okay, the so with the healers, right? You have to like before you even start the fight, you have to plan who's what healer is gonna shield first, when one healer is gonna shield second, right? And the troll would get the last shield, the third shield. Okay, so there's there's that. So yeah, as soon as that timer goes, like you have to get it. Like I would say, you would get it. You should do it the shield at the quarter of it. When a quarter before it runs out. So that's enough time. Another thing, and this is real. This was like going through my head uh, since this since this point. And okay, so all right, I'm on Firebird. I'm on CTC Firebird and all that, and I'm also on the other tune as well. But I don't know. Right at this point, that other tune, CTC Water Blue, probably logged out by now, since I'm not doing nothing with them and just talking on Firebird's side of things, on Firebird's account, basically. Um, so the whole thing with the shield. Now I know that there are powers, your loadouts and everything. Whatever power whatever power you choose to be, right? So what I'm thinking to myself is that what what is the deal with just like a group, just like a shield that only shields yourself and three others, instead of like yourself as well as seven others, or basically all members. I don't get that. I don't the thing is, I don't find a point to having just a shield that would just cover up half a group and covering up a full group. And the thing is, like, I would say, like, water blue is water powers. Okay, so I could DPS with him and I could heal with him, and I'm pretty good at that. And I've been helping out a lot of groups, and I'm also getting shit done with the tune. So I mean, and I'm trying to work pretty hard to doing it, but there's like a lot more call for doing TTBE instead of TTBR, which is reg, TTB reg, and yeah, and it's kind of like I feel like I want to like just go ahead and hop on with the other groups doing it to help out and to get myself some marks, which will be beneficial, uh, since the tune needs to be caught up and all that. So yeah, I think it might be So yeah, it's pretty good, and yeah, like I said, healer high in demand, high in demand. I mean, you could get a troll, you could get whatever, but I mean, one time, man, one time I was in a group, right? Where everyone, there was a group being set up. I was in it, and all they needed was a DPS, right, for TTB right. I mean, no, TTB E Elite. So, anyways, TTB stands for the threat below. So you have a regular version and an elite version. So the thing is, like, anyway, so what happened in this is that there we just needed one DPS, and it took like a while, like I don't know, like about 30 minutes to an hour just to even get one. And I'm like, I'm just like, I just typed this up in the group, in the group chat. Um, what happened? DPS hard to find now, and like a member, group member in there, like he laughed at that comment. Um, so anyways, I mean, I like to put up like some wisecracks here and there and whatever. But anyways, yeah. So I you know there's as a water healer, there's the bubble shield known as bubble. Now that was basically shield yourself and three other group members. I'm saying it would be really cool to have a whole, the full group being shielded by a bubble. And I think like a lot of players want that in this game. They want that as like a water healer or something. They want that because it really looks cool. Those of you who have been playing the game or like, even like look, has the power or even looked at other videos to see what this water powers are like as a DPS and a healer, you will know what I'm talking about. Instead of like half group, you could, you rather like cover up the entire group, all eight, not just four, just all eight. And yeah, and the thing is like with Firebird, he with fire powers, it also has like a shield. And I'm just saying, like, why are you just gonna go ahead and heal yourself? I mean, why are you gonna go ahead and shield yourself only? Why not the whole group, right? And that's just the thing about it because this thing like literally dawned on me, like, um, you gotta like it would be beneficial as a whole to shield yourself and the rest of your members, your group members, to the victory like that. I mean, I'm just saying, it's it should be like that. I mean, even okay, if you're an alert, right? You're getting that. Okay, if I'm a healer, if I'm a water healer in the alert and stuff like that, and I use Tempest Guard, which is a shield in the loadout as part of the water loadout, like you're gonna heal like four people because an alert carries four people, and and whatever. But like if I'm in a raid healing and I use bubble, I'm just gonna like thing. But I would usually I would do both my shields just in case. You know, I mean sometimes sometimes with the tentacles they just sprout up like one big one small one, two big ones, two small, and it varies. You know, sometimes it would be in the front where you're at, or like in the back, and you have like left, center, right. You know, front and back. So yeah, like you gotta pay attention, close attention. As fire, as fire, um, I don't know. Ever since the revamp, I haven't really been confident in my tanking abilities, my tanking skills. So, I mean, I I I would need to learn a little bit more. I think I have the like a pretty good loadout for it, but like, how do I make it work? How do I do this without even dying? Or without having to go down or anything. or anything like that. So I mean, yeah, like a fire tank does require like healers to heal you, even though you can heal yourself. But I think like the tank, it needs to be a little bit more stronger than it is. Or am I doing something wrong? I don't know. And yeah, so like even when I'm playing the game, you know, I mean, I think I could do a pretty good job as a troll. Um, but yeah, I'll just have to see. I'll just have to like build up my other character who's also who's like a troll, play control role to debuff to debuff your you know the, your opponents and stuff. I mean, but I have been like um on on the water blue account. I have been going on a different tune. He's a Robin tune, as as some of you know, and I basically like roll with him like on PvP and stuff. So have been ever since I got some good at like a good loadout and from from a friend, and I have been using it and I have been pretty successful. I have been like a little bit difficult to defeat, but I'm still trying to build up the level. I'm just trying to get like the Nightwing inspired gear with him, and that's just it. I don't really care about anything else beyond besides that. Um, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, I mean, like that is the sort of thing that has been going through my mind, and um, I'm just trying to figure that out. And I think like every player in this game should tell Daybreak, the people at Daybreak, like, okay, no more of this half shielding, no more of this half shielding stuff. Just let's get full shield. All right. Whether how many different shields that's in your loadout, that's in your power loadout and stuff. Like, you know, forget that. Forget the only you just like a shield that can only heal thing with your only yourself, or with four or with and slash or three other people. You know, no, that's not gonna work. Um, but even so, I mean, like even let's just say like if with with water blue as a water healer, let's just say that um let's just say that bubble and was for all eight people. Would I take out Tempest Guard? No, I wouldn't. I would never take out Tempest Guard. I like Tempest Guard, but I also like the Tempest Guard and Bubble. I like those two. So I mean, having a double shield is better than not having a shield. I mean, it is. It's so yeah. I think a lot of people should demand that, and even if you have like, look, I mean, if you have shields in your loadouts, like not in your current loadout, but your power tree. Um, I think it's a lot better to have that at your disposal, like to have a shield. Cause let's say that I believe the shield for fire. is immolation. So the thing is, I think so. I think that's the name. But but yeah, it only goes for myself and nobody else. I mean, I would like to see like a full group shield, a full group fire shield. Personally for me, I would love to see that. You know, so yeah, I'm just using like my kind of powers as a fire and water, thing. I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying that. I mean, so yeah, I mean, those are the things that's going through my mind at this point, and I feel like it should be better. I mean, the only thing that I would say like could be there's a single shield, just maybe I don't know, maybe 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 the iconic power, maybe the shield and iconic power is hard light. I think that's what I think maybe, but in most cases, like yeah, I'm I'm just saying it's better off. I think it'll be. I think a lot of people might have a lot of fun having like group shields and stuff. I mean, I, yeah. So the electricity, all that stuff. I mean, yeah. So that's the thing that was going through my mind when I played TTBE and SSE. I haven't really beaten SSAE yet, but I was close so many times, and mostly I wanted to get that last feat. So Firebird and Water Blue, Firebird and Water Blue, like um, they both full renown, and they both need that kind of feat. SSE Elite. I mean SS Elite E. You know, so yeah, they need that last boss feat where you have to let that boss power himself up 9 times, I believe, and yeah, so you have to defeat him from there. I, I don't. I think it's at least 9 times, so you could do it like 10 or more times if need be for good luck, if anything. So, but yeah, um, so yeah, that's the thing about that. That's going through like my mind. Yep. So yeah, those are the things I was going through my mind with 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 many of the powers in this game that has um that has the shield in their power tree. So yeah. Anyways, um, I'm about to get off right now, and you guys have a good day. Good night. All right. Thanks. Bye. Ah, just viewing. I'm sorry. I'm just viewing the comments here. Sub CT. It's Irish. Don't ask me why my name. Greg. It was a phase. The gadget's is best. Troll is best for all TV. Well, I'll tell you something, Irish. Real quick. It's how you play. You know. I mean, not everybody is good at it. Maybe like a different power might be good. Um, it might be suited best for you. So it's kind of like you gotta see your strength and weakness and what you could do and everything. And I think like it's best for you to improve on on other things. So yeah, that's what it is. I mean, well, as you well know, I've been in fire for a really long time and whatever. So, I mean, I'm not gonna call myself fire, like Firebird and have like a power um, like atomic or mental or something. No, I rather,
How about
you
a
know,
taste of my trident?
my thing is that I rather like have a power that well, just is it's like have the name and my power with it. Something to identify myself, you know, with instead of just like switching it up. Change, So yeah. Um. So yeah. Hmm. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, I mean, like, and that's a good thing too. Like, um, like even though if something doesn't work for you, you know, um, like try the other thing, right? Try something else. Like, okay, if your support role doesn't work for you, just try DPSing and let somebody else switch. But I don't know. That's really up to everybody else. But yeah, I mean, that's how I would do it. I would switch up for anything and all that. So, anyways, CT's out.